Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Dose. We're going through Jesus' Sermon on the Mount for the next few weeks of Daily Doses. How fun is that? We spent a lot of time this fall going through the Beatitudes, where Jesus outlines his kingdom character that he wants us to grow up in. And then we talked about how once we develop that character, we're going to naturally be experienced by our world as salt and light. And then the rest of the Sermon on the Mount that follows all of that are all of these different practical applications for everything that Jesus covered in the Beatitudes. And these applications are how we are salty and lit everywhere we go. Today we're talking about anger. Let's dive right into Matthew 5:21. You've heard that it was said to the people long ago, "You shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment." But I tell you that anyone who's angry with their brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, "Raka," is answerable to the court. Anyone who says, "You fool," will be in danger of the fire of hell. Big bad sins like murder are the outcome of a deeper heart issue. Now, the 10 Commandments that God gave the Israelites hundreds of years before Jesus was walking on the earth, the 10 Commandments forbade all of those really big, bad outcomes. No stealing, no murder, no adultery, no idolatry. But Jesus knew that all of those big things flowed out of the heart. They had their roots deep down in the heart. And so Jesus' entire Sermon on the Mount is focused on the roots of all of these problems. Jesus says that anyone who lets their anger boil over in their hearts is already guilty of murder. They should be subject to judgment. The point he's making is that we have to control our anger and stop murder way earlier in its process, way down at the root. Anger can be a source of a lot of power. It can be a source of a lot of energy. But in the Beatitudes, we learned that we were called to be meek, which means we're supposed to keep all of this power, including our anger, under control. If your hatred or your anger boils up to the point where words are starting to come out of your mouth, words like raka, which means you idiot, or you fool, you're in danger of the fire of hell, Jesus says. If words of death are coming out of your mouth, it means that death is living inside your heart. If words of death are coming out of your mouth, Jesus is saying you are acting like a murderer. Words have power. Words have impact. We know this. Of course they do. Any good relationship that you have ever had was built out of very, very good words and very, very good communication. Words that brought life were used in those relationships all the time. Any relationship that you've ever had that burned to the ground in an epic and heartbreaking inferno was in the end completely soaked in the lighter fluid of words of death. And so the challenge for us today, to avoid the sin of murder by dealing with the anger that can burn in our hearts, and to use our words to bring life, not to destroy life and destroy others. So use your words today to bless and not curse. Use your words to build relational bridges today and not burn them to the ground. To do this, make sure you're allowing the Holy Spirit to clean out your heart. Have a great day.